There were 6 major reasons that I struggled in business when I started. 6. Not one. I love when people say, this is the number one thing that's going to cure your business. It's not going to cure your business. It's going to help you get over that hurdle. I guarantee you, there is another hurdle waiting for you, right? In particular, there are 6 that turns your expertise into cash flow. 6. I'm going to go with you for all 6 of them. I'm going to share them with you right now, starting with number 6. But of course, before I do that, you're probably going, well, who in the hell are you? My name is Dawnna St. Louis. I am the CEO of Firebrand.net. We help you turn your expertise into a high profit business. We do more of what we love with clients who love what we do. And what do they love that we do? We help them turn their expertise into high profit businesses. Kind of cool. So let's do this. Grab your pen, grab your paper, get ready to write really fast because I'm going to do these quickly. Starting with number 6. And by the way, I'm probably going to mess up this count. I'm probably going to go forward and backwards, but we'll get to the end regardless. So let's start with number 6. Number 6 is sales. You're running a hobby more than you're running a business. And here's where I'm going to throw some real shade at you. If you can't forecast your next 6 months, forecast your next 6 months worth of sales, you have a hobby. If you don't have recurring or residual income, you are chasing gigs. That is not running a real business. You cannot retire. You can't leave your business for a day and it still make money. So number 6 is you gotta get smarter about your sales. You have to be able to forecast within about an 80% accuracy for the next 6 months, and you have to have recurring residual income. Number 5. See, I told you I was gonna almost do 2. Number 5. So that's number 6. Number 5. You are having a really hard time engaging with your ideal client. And I love this one because this is what I hear people say. I made them an offer. If they don't want to work with me, I'm done. Really? It takes people 10 minutes to figure out what they want from McDonald's, and the menus have been the same for 30 years, right? People take time to decide, and they're trying to decide a few things. I know my clients have 3 things that they have to get together. They have to have their shit together, they have to have their coins together, and they have to be ready to do the work. 3 things. They're making a significant investment, and if they want to get the highest return on that investment, they have to have those 3 things to get together. Sometimes it takes people a little time. So if your engagement is one and done, you're losing more business than you're keeping. Number 654, number 4, number 4. Number 4 is you are the best kept secret. And that one is probably the hardest one of all. Because you've done all the work. You're like, I know I'm an expert. I know who my ideal client is. I'm doing my best to reach out to them, but they're just not hearing me. And when you look at your social media stuff, it looks a little, I don't know, it's kind of boring. And so what a lot of people do as their solution, which just doesn't really work, is they go and hire a VA from another country. They pay them $2 an hour. And then they expect me to do 20 hours worth of social media because they think if I inundate my ideal client with me all the time, they'll buy from me. That's not how any of this works. You're doing marketing when you need to do market attraction. And so the reason you're the best kept secret is you're not attracting your ideal client, and you really need a solution to do that. All right. Number 3, the third reason that you're running into struggle, quite honestly, is because you are dropping dollars like an NBA player at a strip club. You are discounting your price every time you turn around. And you think that the number one way for you to get your ideal client is to drop your price. It's not. The number one way to get your ideal client is to raise your price. But most people lack the testicular fortitude and ovarian audacity and the ideas to figure out how to not only stick by your price, but incentivize your customers to share your information with others so that way you'll get more clients. Number 2, the number 2 reason that quite a few people actually struggle in business is they don't know who their ideal client is. I've talked to authors who are writing books, literally in the process of writing books, and I'll say, well, who did you write the book to? And they'll say, well, anyone can read it. Well, yeah, we're not a communist country. Yeah, anyone can read it, okay? But the fact of the matter is, Who did you write it to? Who did you write it for? When I wrote the 6 kick-ass strategies of a $1 million entrepreneur, you know who it was? For people who wanted to be $1 million entrepreneurs. Now, I've had people in sales read it and absolutely love it. I've had people in marketing read it and absolutely love it. But who did I write it to? I wrote it for entrepreneurs. And specifically, I wrote it for people who are experts that were entrepreneurs. When you don't identify your ideal client, you're treating your business like a public park and not like a private club. So people are coming in and pissing on your trees and you're mad. And then the number one reason that people struggle in business is because they lack clarity and alignment, which leads directly to cash flow. Here's a single word for it. They ain't got a methodology. They don't have a methodology. They don't know how to get their customer from here to here. They actually have no idea where their customer is coming in. And so what they're doing is they're winging it. Now, I'm not throwing shade at you if that's what you're doing. You're doing the best with what you got. But now you can get something a little better. It's time for you to have a methodology, and it's really time for you to take your ideas and solidify them and take all that information you know and put it in a single method that when your ideal client comes in, you know exactly where you're going to start working with them and exactly what you're going to do to get them to the goal. That's what a methodology gives you. It gives you clarity, it gives you alignment, and it damn sure increases your cash flow. If you want that number one, because we know that number one, if you don't have that one worked out, then the rest of them don't even matter. If you want that number one, then join firebrand.net/challenge. Go to firebrand.net/challenge. Make sure you type www.firebrand.net/challenge. And by the way, Firebrand is spelled F-Y-R-E brand. Firebrand.net/challenge. The reason you want to do this is the challenge is going on right now, and what you're going to discover how to do is to create a methodology that gives you clarity and alignment in your business so you can increase cash flow. It is what I did to take my business from zero to $250 million. It's what I teach my clients and what they've done to take their struggles into $100,000 quarters, $100,000 months, and $100,000 weeks. And if that's where you want to do, then all you got to do is go to firebrand.net/challenge.